Hello and welcome to a new Vanaheim video. We've had quite a few new expansions and a lot of new material. So here we have Elif, who is a sage, level 3, with specializing in sorcery. So we've got already equipped a aura of protection, and we've got knit wounds prepared so we can unflip the knit wounds. And also as a talent, the tactical advantage, which is quite awesome for Sage to have. We've also got our hound, which we've equipped her bag and saddles and a lantern. So it's now our lantern hound running around, making sure that we can have a face-up map deck, which is really, really useful for a Sage with the tactical advantage card. So we're going to be doing a normal dungeon at level 3 and seeing how we can go. As usual, I did have a guild house, I did have a stable, but I'm burning through my money so quickly that I've actually got rid of those spare buildings, and I'm just stuck with my inn in order to get my skills and spells back, and a notice board with a few quests here. Basically, trying to find the stair card, trying to find some furs and fresh meat. There's also a market in town as well that allows me to, if I wanted to, risk some equipment to maybe get some nice items. The hearts and the money come from the Dulux character pack, but we stuck with the Sage, as opposed to using the new Lark character, in order to show you a bit more about how combat can actually work once you're no longer level 1 and the real sort of power level starts kicking in. So we start off with a number of dungeon cards, and because we've got a lantern, the first thing we do is add one to our face-up map deck, and that's quite a useful one for us later on because it's got modifiers that we can actually use for a main character. So we're going to move on, explore the only way we can do, up in this direction, and I will turn it around that way. I can turn it either way. You can put it that way. Now, first situation is to roll a dice and see what, or if we meet a creature. Now, at level 3, the thing to watch out for are our monstrous spiders and our Versin, which are not nice. So, we roll a dice without throwing across the board. We get a 2. We've got no modifier, so that's no creature met according to the encounter table. I could at any point, because I made a dice roll, modify it with tactical advantage, but there's very little point. So I'm going to carry on following this passageway up to the north, heading this way. Now this has got a -1 modifier, so I'm going to roll again and see what we come across. 3, take away 1 is a 2. Nothing so far. At any point I could use this card, but I'm going to keep it to one side because my tactical advantage actually is quite useful to use that card in other ways. Now, continuing onwards, we're just going to head further into this dungeon. So, no, we can't play this card. So we're going to put that in our face-up map deck, and that's quite useful. And draw another one as we carry face on. Now, this is from the Fear of Jotar expansion. I'm not actually playing the Jotar mission at the moment, but there are cards in. Now, this card gives us clear instruction. Draw a random card from any decision deck when you first play this card. Now, decision decks are, again, from Jotar, and they are a new addition to the game. So a random card is drawn, and it says, you hear what sounds like an approaching monster. Do you ambush it or flee? So the ambush is great if I've got ranged abilities, but it's incredibly dangerous. But it means I can't explore beyond this card. It's also got the repeat symbol up, so that stays in play there. And I'm actually going to flee back to this point here. I think it's probably going to be safe for the moment. Without any ranged weaponry, an ambush probably won't go well for me. So let's head back the way we came. I'm going to head this way now, so I'm going to come all the way back. Again, this token is used to represent where we are because things might get tricky. So, interesting. Okay, it says it's a normal encounter roll with +1 range. I've got no ranged weaponry. let's give that a go. Now, our encounter roll is a 5. That means we certainly meet something. And that is a Versin brute, a huge sort of slab of hostile muscle, probably going to come screaming towards us, seeking to pretty much murder us. Terrifying charge. I've got no ranged attacks, and but it's weak against companions, and I have got a companion. So let's see how this fight is going to play out. So we are going to attack it first. We're rolling 3 dice, adding 3. This is the advantage of the Sage, is a huge ability to hit. And that's a absolutely appalling roll. I'm trying to get 6s against it. And there's no way those two are going to hit regardless. So it's 1 point of damage against it. It's got 2 points of health left. I do have my lovely hound that can also attack. It's got 2 dice plus 2. Brilliant. So 2 dice plus 2. It's only got evade of 5 against companions. So actually, if I use this along with my tactical advantage by discarding that, I can then boost that high enough to hit it. So that's another 2 points of damage. That then flips it. It's now injured and it's out its attack. It does say, however, it's evil. So it's now going to use every one of its attacks against my hound. Right, so it's 3 attacks plus 2, trying to beat 5s. Okay, that's good news. It's done 1 point of damage against my hound, so my hound is still in the fight, and it's going to be back to me. So with my orb again, we're adding 3. That's 3 points of damage. That's absolutely enough to fry this brute entirely. It attacked my hound because it was evil, and it always attacks companions if present. So it's dead. I get some treasure. My treasure is going to be a short bow. That's really, really useful because I can sell that back in the town, and that 2 coins it gives me is actually going to be enough to hopefully I'll be able to feed the dog because it's eating me out of house and home at the moment, which isn't great. Now, what I'm going to do is head for the sake of the shape of the map back here. I'm going to head this way. So take this card. Oh, brilliant. Now, this is one of those cards that's a repeating card. So whenever I travel here, I've got to roll for an encounter. Let's roll for an encounter, and that's a 3. 3 is a bear. So the bear also has a terrifying charge. It's not fast, but it's pretty tough. I'm going to start off with my attack first against it. I'm rolling 3 dice plus 3. I should be able to do quite a lot of damage to it very quickly. Now, that will be 2 points damage. There's not a lot else I can do against it, but it has taken 2 points of damage. That's lightning damage. And then my hound is also going to get its attack. And the hound is also going to do 2 points of damage. Now, the hound says that monsters will use the next attack against the hound if the hound's most recent attack did more damage than me. It didn't. And it's enough to flip that bear over. And the bear's going to attack me with 3 dice. It's not adding anything. But against my evade of 4, that's 1 hit. But I have got this aura of protection up. It means I've got a defense of 3. So I need to roll 1 dice, but I've got a -1 on the roll, so I actually need 4s. That's not enough, so that's a point of damage on me. My counterattack against the bear is again easy enough to completely fry that bear without a problem, but I am slowly taking that sort of health damage. Slightly injured, as is the hound, and it only gives me some treasure. So ornate bronze plate, 2 points, 2 bits of coin. If I leave now, I'm sort of going to end up coming out net empty-handed. So I want to press on a little bit more. So which way to go now? Let me think. I'm going to carry on along this way. Can't play that one. It's a useful one to have though. So superb. So it's a -1 on the next dice roll for the encounter table. Oh, a 5. Take away 1 is a Versin sneak. Yet another Versin. Here we go. So we carried on up here, and we're now fighting this Versin sneak. When this map card is played, if it has a ranged icon on it, it does not make that attack. Brilliant. That's quite useful for me. I'm going to start off just by try to hit it with a lightning blast from my orb. Again, adding 3 to this, which is phenomenally good. Still not quite enough. 2 points damage. The lightning ignores its armor entirely, and that's why we flip that over. In the deep tunnels below, other stronger bloodlines of Dever are growing. It's a type of Dever. So my hound gets an attack as well, adding 2. I need 4s or more, and that's rubbish. So it's now going to counterattack me with 2 attacks. Definitely 1 point damage. I've got it's doing impact damage, so 1 point of damage. I've got my armor on with already a -1 on it. So that'd be 4 plus the impact is 5. I need. Oh, brilliant, superb. Not injured at all. I'm going to turn attack against it. And I've just done 1 point of damage against it. Now it's over to my dog, who's completely failed to hurt it again. Right, fight carries on with the Versin attacking me. So the Versin has just done 2 points of damage against me. I only roll 1 dice because that's all the armor gives me. So I'm going to take 1 point regardless, and that's enough to withstand it. So another point of damage there. I do have knit wounds as one of my skills, so that's a free action. So what I'm going to do is use that and immediately restore those 2 points of health and flip that knit wounds card over there. My attack back against this Versin sneak. Yes, 2 points damage. That's enough to kill it. And I managed to find myself some equipment. If I turn the equipment over, I managed to find a longsword, which is brilliant. It's my level. I get to keep it, and that's going to be another piece of equipment for me, which is really useful. I can actually sort of equip that in my belt as well, giving me some more space to carry things, so I can actually hopefully cover my costs of going into this dungeon in the first place. So I'm going to be thinking about turning back soon, but I'm going to head off further up this way. Brilliant. 1 + 1 on the dice roll. Adding 1 out. That's a 7. That is not so good for me. So a 7 on the encounter table is a Raging Forgotten Undead. This nameless undead lacked honor and glory in life, so is now driven to redeem itself in death by challenging all before it, not understanding such efforts are too late. So let's have a quick look at what I've actually got to help me here. Well, I've got that modifier that I can use as part of my tactical advantage. This kind of card is an issue because I can't use that card in combat. It's got no modifier on it. It means I'm stuck with that one in my face-up map card, which is really useful if I want to get some treasure, but not so useful in the middle of combat. I want ones with numbers on. So remembering I've got this -1 modifier, which could be quite useful, I'm going to go into combat with this thing. I'm going to roll 3 dice. It's got an evade of 6, so I'm only looking at 3s to hit. So I'm hopefully going to be able to make short work of this. It does resist cold damage and force damage, but I'm not attacking it with either. It does inflict cold damage. So, okay, right, 2 points of damage. That's actually enough to flip its card. But when this card is flipped, it does have a piecemeal trait, which means a writhing limb is added to the fight. The writhing limb means that the players suffer -1 evade, so my evade is now only 3 against it. Luckily, I've got a hound that's going to be able to do some damage, hopefully against it as well. It's adding 2, so I need 4s. 2 hits, perfect, brilliant. It does have armor, which it didn't manage, but it's still standing with 1 health left. So I did 2 points damage. The hound did 2 points damage. It's going to attack me for 2 dice plus 2. Right, my evade is currently 3 because of this writhing limb. So that's actually 2 hits on me. I do have my armor, but it's got a -1 because it's doing cold damage. I've got another -1 from my defense. So 2 points damage against me. With armor, I need a 5 or 6. Brilliant. 1 point of damage against me. The writhing limb also gets to attack, and it's going to attack me. And that's also hit me. It's a different attack, so I get my armor again, which on a 3 is no. Right. I've got a hunch I should have been slightly better prepared for this one. So, of course, I could have actually used, I think, that to actually reduce it to not hitting, but it's too late for that now. So my attack against it, I'm probably going to hopefully destroy it now. I need 3 pluses. It's only got 1 health left. There we go. The Raging Forgotten is destroyed. And then the hound is going to bite the writhing limb. It's going to do 1 point damage, but it does have armor, which it saved. So the Raging Forgotten is deaded again, but I'm still left with this writhing limb that is trying to hurt me. Now, no one really attacked the writhing limb, so it's going to try to attack me. It doesn't add anything onto that, but it only currently needs my evade would be 4. So that's a hit, but I also get a -1, so my evade's 3, so it's going to hit no matter what. I do have my armor. It does do cold damage, so I need a 5 or a 6. Nope. Another point of damage on me. Right, let's see if I can actually destroy it easily. No problem at all. It is now dead. My hound did not have to join in on that fight. It is now dead. The writhing limb doesn't give me any treasure, but the Raging Forgotten did. And I got, lovely, some leather armor, which my aura protection is way better than that. So with the longsword equipped, with 3 points of strength, and I've now got 3 bits of equipment, I'm going to leave the dungeon. Actually, no. Just had one quick reminder. Of course, I've got this card I still haven't used, and I do have a lovely spot just down here for it. Now, I'm going to just risk it because it might be something worthwhile. I can't carry anything more, but it might be something that's worth more than one thing that I'm carrying. So let's have a look. Oh, rip furs. It's not going to. Oh, but I can put that on my back. Brilliant. About to get rid of it. No, I can carry it on my back as well. So it means when I'm leaving the town now, I've got 3 gold for my leather armor, 3 coins for my leather armor, 2 for the ornate bronze plate, another 2 for the short bow. That's 5, 6, 7, and that puts me up at 8, 9, 10, 11 coins for all of that equipment. That's not a bad haul at all. Quite impressed by that. 11 coins. So again, 5, 10, 11 coins. So what I'm going to do is look into spending some money in order to get myself healed up and my spells returned to me. And I'm also looking at getting my dog healed up as well, which will cost me 2 coins. That's going to cost me 4 coins to get healed up, but that's a pretty good profit for that adventure.